We're going to do it. You know, Detroit has such great potential, but Kamala and the Democrats have been wreaking havoc on this place, this very, very, in many respects, it's a sacred place. So many things happened in Detroit, and it's been treated so badly, and they've been talking about comebacks for so long, but we're going to bring it back better than it ever was, better than it was many, many years ago. We're going to make Detroit great again. We're going to make it great again. You know, they have been talking about it for years and years and years. For generations, this city and state were the world capital of automotive production and one of the great manufacturing centers in all of history. No matter where you went, this was the greatest in all of history. But year after year, globalist politicians like crooked Joe Biden, lying Kamala Harris, sold you out and let other countries loot, pillage, and plunder our wealth, our jobs, and our dreams, and they did that here more than any other place in our country. 40% of Michigan auto jobs were annihilated after NAFTA, and China's entry into the World Trade Organization was a disaster for your beautiful place, your beautiful city, and frankly, your beautiful state. Detroit was decimated. It's right. Detroit was decimated as if by a foreign army. There was no difference. Our factories were left in ruins, and under Kamala Harris, this year alone, the United States has lost nearly 50,000 manufacturing jobs. You know, they're doing a terrible job. Did you see her interview the other night? She said, essentially, yeah, I'd keep it the way Biden had it. Oh, that's great. That's great. He got out because of the way he kept it. She'll keep it the same way. U.S. car sales are down 38% since I left office. But with victory in November, we're going to take back what is ours, and it is ours. We're going to take it back, and we're going to bring back our jobs, our dignity, and our dreams. And standing before you tonight, I am proclaiming to the people of this state that by the end of my term, the entire world will be talking about the Michigan miracle and the stunning rebirth of Detroit. And this will be a real rebirth. Under the Trump administration, all who have robbed you, raided you, ransacked you, and abused you will discover very quickly America will not be taken advantage of anymore. We were taken advantage of for years, for decades. We will reclaim our stolen wealth, and the days of Detroit's economic glory will return greater and stronger than ever before. Promise. And I know how to do it. Oh, do I know how to do it? I will put Detroit first, I will put Michigan first, and I will put America first, and that's the way it is. As we speak, China was building a gigantic auto plant in Mexico. You know about that, and really more than one. Don't worry about it. I took care of it for you. Took care of it. It's already done. Without even closing the big deal, which is the presidency, I've already got it done. Of course, if she got in, she has no idea what the hell she's doing. She's grossly incompetent, worse than him. Then I cannot tell you what's going to. I can tell you they'll build the plant. I can tell you, but it's already done. They think they're going to sell all of their cars into the United States and destroy Michigan, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I promise you. No, they're building giant plants, and now they just announced something which is going to save Detroit, because you would not be able to compete with this plant, the biggest in the world by far. A friend of mine builds them. He said, the biggest in the world. He wanted to show it to me. I said, no, thank you. I have other things to do. I want to see the plants built in the United States. That's the ones I want to look at. So I said to him, John, a year ago, I want to see a plant. And he said, sir, we'll have to go to Mexico. I said, I don't want to go to Mexico. I want to look at one here. He said, there's no big ones being built in the United States. I said, that's bad. I said, how big is it in Mexico? The biggest in the world. I said, so they're going to make cars and sell them in here. Kill Detroit, kill Michigan. You wouldn't have anything left. You wouldn't have anything left. So the other day I was speaking, a couple of weeks ago, I was speaking at the Economic Club of Detroit, which was nice, made a nice speech. And what happened, I saw John, who's the biggest and the best auto builder. That's what he does. He builds plants. I don't know if he can build anything else. I'm not sure he can build an apartment, but plants he's very good at. And I hadn't spoken to him in a year. He was telling me about this massive plant. And I spoke, and I explained how I'm going to put massive tariffs, very big tariffs on anybody in Mexico that's selling cars are going to hurt our business here. And I said to him, how's that plant coming along, John? And he said, sir, they just told me it's over. They're not building it. They think Trump is going to win. He's going to impose tariffs, and it's worthless. You owe me big. You owe me. So they stopped construction. They're not building it. And Detroit will survive. But now we got to make it more. Now we're going to build the plants. So I'm going to do, sometime next week, I'm going to call the people building the plant, very big, wealthy company, which is backed by China. It's China, you know. It's China. It's in Mexico, but it's China. And I'm going to say, build your plant in the United States. We want people to build plants in the United States, employ our people. That's what we want. And if you do that, it's a whole different story. And ideally, they'll build it right here in Detroit. And we'll get Detroit moving. And others will come also. So vote Trump and you will see a mass exodus of manufacturing jobs from Mexico to Michigan, from Shanghai to Sterling Heights, and from Beijing to right here in Detroit and other cities all across America. Because a strong auto industry will make all of Detroit richer, boosting suppliers, real estate, and your entire economy. And, you know, I've been reading about Detroit for so long, the comeback. This is the real comeback. This isn't artificial stuff. This is the real comeback. You better vote for me.